coming to another part of these lessons where Pentecostal strings or Pentecostal lines or playing of the piano itself is being made simple. You know, like I always say, playing of piano is a trick and a pattern. It's a pattern. It's nothing. When you understand the concept, when it comes to playing of the piano, you can play the piano even without ear. And I have the secrets and the tricks for how to improve and play the piano without even ear. It's a principle and a pattern. I have all the tricks and I'll be teaching all the tricks on this platform. So today's lesson is going to be on improvisation on the major chord we learned previously. We said the major chord is A, Do, A, Fa, and A. So most people play in F. I can play all the 12 keys, but I'm teaching, or I wanted to do the teachings on C, but let's move to F because that's what most people or most beginners begin with. So we are going to talk about improvisation on the major chords that we learned. We said the major chords are the do, the Fa, and the what, and the So are the what major chords. So we are going to improvise on the major chords. So playing songs with the Do to the Fa and we end So to the Do. I said most songs begins with Do and ends with what? So Do. Some of the foreign songs and our local artists on board now sometimes end songs with La. They end songs with La. But most songs begins with Do and ends with what? So Do. Take note of this. Take note of this. And it's going to help you apply the what? The major chords. So improvisation on the major chords. These are lessons we are going to talk about improvisations. When you talk about improvisation, I can say it's derived from the word improve, to improve upon it. So one way of improving on your major chords is to learn how to use the local chords. The local chords is in the lesson. It's the first 4 lessons. I think the first 4 lessons is about local chords. So you can go through and check for local or look for local chords and read on that too. It's very vital and important when you know your local chords. So I'll go over again to the local chords. Improvisation on the major chords. One lesson is the local chords. We said the local chords, we can play this as Do. We can play this as Re. So Ti Re as Re. Playing Re on the left hand side and playing your So can give you Re. It's because of the what? The voicing. And we play the So Do Mi as Mi. Playing the Mi here and playing your So Do Mi here. So it's simply playing your Do here, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do. But on this right hand side, you'll be changing the way you are going to play. You are going to use the voicing. So one is what the local chords as a way to improvise on the major chords. So the local chords becomes a secret on improvisation. So one is the use of the what? The local chords. You'll be improvising. So one is the use of the what? Of the local chords. So local chords, we set this as Do, the So Ti Re as Re, the So Do Mi as Mi, the La Re Fa as Fa, the To Mi So as So, the Do Fa La as La, the Re So Ti as Ti, and the Mi So Do as the Do. So that's it. And when you listen to it very clear or very carefully, you can hear that it's Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti, Do. We are what? Playing. But these chords are called the local chords. The local chords. So I play something like this. I played something like this. So before I move to this far, I can play something like re, mi, fa to my fa. So I've improvised or I've improved upon the fa. So do, re, mi, fa. So re, mi, fa. The re, mi, fa is the re and the mi becomes a passing chord to the what? To the fa. And on your right hand, you are going to play it this way: re, mi, fa. This is our local chords. Our local chords: re, mi, fa. Unless I forget this one too. Depending on the voicing of a song, we can play this re, mi, fa. We can invert it and play it this way: re, mi, fa. Depending on the song. So this is a local chord. So depending on the song and how the song hits, you can improve upon your fa this way: re, mi, fa, or re, mi, fa. So one, improving upon your how do we call it, your movement from from any note to your fa. You can play this way: re, mi, fa, depending on the voice. You can play this way: re, mi, fa, depending on the song and its voicing. So one, and improving upon this so, from the so, or from maybe I've played re, mi, fa, so to the do. So one, we've improved from re, mi, fa, or re, mi, fa. And secondly, if I want to play this so, I can play it this way. I can play this note. Though I'm going to talk about it, I'm going to give a deeper teachings about these notes. So I can play like this: re, and I can play this note when I'm going to my so. To the so, I can play so this way, or I can play the so this way. So just have a look at the authenticity of it, how it even sounds. So if I'm going to my fa, I can play re, mi, fa, depending on the voicing. And I can play fi, I can play so, or I can play fi. Then I can play this so. And to the do, it can be played using to the do. In case when a song starts, like I previously said, that most song begins with what? To the do. It begins with do. So begin a song on a do, you can play something like this: la, so, do, or do, la, so, do. Have you seen it? Maybe okay, as time goes on, I'll come along with the song, because it's very difficult, like recollecting some of the songs. So la, so, what, do. I want to go to my fa. I want to come to my so. We've improvised on the major chords. So take note of these two. In our local chords, mostly we don't play this fa. We instead make this fa a la, re, what? A fa, la, re. We rather play fa, la, re instead of play fa, la, do. We play fa, la, re. But most when I'm playing this fa, la, re, I don't play fa, la, re, just fa, la, re. I do add my do. So it becomes something like this: fa, la, do, re. So the local chords, we don't normally play this fa la do. You don't play it that way. You play it fa la what? Re, but you can add your do. You can add your do and even add your fa. Even adding your do and adding your fa gives it another voice, especially when it fits in the song. It makes it very powerful and very nice. So, like I said, I just improvised on the do to the fa to the so and back to the do. So let's use this.